You think puppets are better than CGI? We'll find out next on Geek Out SA. Welcome back to Geek Out SA. It's Friday and we're having fun.
You mean we're having technical difficulties as usual?
Technical difficulties?
Yeah, I can see through you, bro. Just kidding.
Are puppets better than CGI? So, we're gonna actually do this entire show as puppets.
Because puppets are better than CGI, obviously.
Puppets, yeah, I don't know so much about our puppets, but
my puppet is awesome. Look at how cute I am.
I even have a cap on, so that's kind of cool.
And you have an S on your chest because you're super Vince. So I guess we should tell everybody why we're doing our show like this today.
Okay, so we recently saw the Dark Crystal, on Netflix, the show that recently came out.
Yes.
And
yes,
they are puppets. They're Jim Henson puppets. Or his son actually made them, right?
Yes.
So
I think. I'm not sure because Jim Henson is not alive anymore. So that would be an interesting feat.
So he's so his son made and his company made the puppets, and
they were thinking about using CGI in some parts of it. So they've been working on this for a long time, and they did use some CGI, you know, in the background because not everything can be puppets. Like, I think it's harder than people realize. In fact, I can barely move my mouth here. It's ridiculous. I can't even be serious. And I can't see you, Vincent, so I don't know how to talk to you.
It's really weird.
This is really weird. Maybe we should just sit regular.
So, back to CGI. So, CGI has come a long way.
No, it hasn't.
Well, it has.
I interject.
It has, compared to the stuff that we've seen, like, previous.
Hello. Did you just see Justice League?
Yeah, that was just his mustache. They didn't know how to. They didn't know how to fix that.
The bottom of his face.
It's the bottom of your face.
He looked just like Shrek. Like Shrek had eaten Henry Cavill. That's how he looked. They could have done a puppet of Henry Cavill, and he would have looked so hot. But no, they had to CGI his face. It's ridiculous.
So we have Texas-style barbecue and cuisine, because you're geeks, that's why. So we're trying to get this to work really well. It's kind of hot in here when I'm behind this, so...
You're supposed to be your puppet character. This is why puppeteers have such a hard time.
I'm not a puppeteer, but I'm trying to be.
Trying to be a character, and then they're underneath the stage, and I mean, maybe
it's a very difficult job. But here's the thing about CGI. CGI has come a far way. Of course, they're not able to do an exact, like if you're trying to do a human, it's not perfect. They're starting to get like pores and stuff, and the hair's starting to be kind of close. But if you look at like Tron Legacy, that CGI on there, it's close, but it's off.
No,
it's
it
close.
was a little weak. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a old video game, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe that was the look they were going for. But look,
it would make sense because it's a video game.
Yeah, But let's look at The Rock in The Mummy Returns. Talk about some really bad CGI.
When he was the Scorpion King, and it was like half scorpion. Yeah, no, that was a horrible CGI.
Terrible, 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 terrible.
That definitely they could have put some like puppeteers on some of that stuff and done some makeup to make that better.
Although I definitely think there has been some embarrassing puppet moments as well. Like, we as puppets should be ashamed of the Happy Time Murders. That movie was ridiculously horrible.
No, but then there's some good ones, like Meet the Feebles.
We don't talk about that movie. That's not a movie appropriate to talk about on this show. And I don't know whose puppet managers got them to do that movie. We're not going to talk about that movie right now. Okay? We'll talk about something else.
Or Team America.
No, we don't. That's
that one too.
Those are not puppets. Those are horrible, horrible things that are on strings.
Marionettes.
Shh. We don't say that word in the puppet presence. We all know who is the ultimate king of all puppets. Now, don't we, Puppet Vince?
Kermit?
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to take away your Star Wars badge. That's it. You're out of here.
Oh, the main puppet? Well, I mean, there were puppets before with the Muppets, but if you're talking about my favorite puppet, that would be Yoda.
Master Yoda.
Yeah, but he was also a Jim Henson puppet.
Well, you know, bless his heart, he was typecast in that role, and he just never could get another role after that. I think his puppet agent was terrible. I mean, he was great in those movies, don't get me wrong, and he got lots of movies out of it. But you remember that they CGI'd him, didn't they?
They did CGI him in New Movie, but they went back in the prequels. They CGI'd him, but in the new movies, he's not CGI anymore. He's a puppet.
Oh yeah, no, he's getting his paycheck now. But all of that flipping and turning and see what CGI does? See all the flipping and the turning and the spinning? CGI is the worst. I know Puppet Vince loves The Matrix. The Matrix Reloaded.
Yes, but there's no puppets in there.
But
it's all CGI.
Horrible.
There's a lot of CGI, bad CGI, which we saw in The Matrix Reloaded.
It could be better if it was done with puppets.
Can you imagine a Keanu Reeves puppet? All right.
Yeah. Well, there's supposed to be a Matrix 4 coming out here pretty soon.
Are you serious? A Matrix 4?
Yeah.
I think we'll have to watch that. I hope there's puppets in that.
I hope so too. So, the standing question, are puppets better than CGI? So since we saw the Dark Crystal.
Love.
So when we saw the movie, they're very similar puppets to what they were in the movie, but they've been taken up a notch, I think.
Oh, no, definitely. Yeah, they definitely did some things, and I've read very many articles about this, and they were saying that the director was not the type of director that was used to directing puppeteers, so he keeps asking him to do things that he sees happening in the series, but they can't normally happen with puppets, but he doesn't want any excuses, so they made a lot of strides with puppeteering just because this guy wouldn't take no for an answer. So I think that's kind of fabulous, because maybe we'll see some more puppets in the future.
Hopefully, because they seem to be getting better, and with the movie makeup and prosthetics that are made now, there's a lot you can do with puppets.
And yes.
And people.
With technology, can you imagine using technology to have eyes flutter, and then to like have, you know, your skin crinkle and move your arms, and there's all kinds of things that they can do, especially now that they're hooking technology up to like prosthetic limbs. They could do that with puppets as well, and you could think something and it would just happen.
Yeah, and then you can have like gears and stuff, because some of them use a lot of robotics in there as well.
Yeah, so they'll be like cyborg puppets. That'll be awesome.
Mwah.
You know what I thought was cute was they did a play on puppetry in The Dark Crystal.
Oh, the puppet show within the puppet show.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That was very cool. I liked that a lot. I like that old school, and I'm thinking it's a Japanese style of puppetry with the shadow puppets.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a couple of other places where they've used the shadow puppets really well to tell a story, to narrate a story. So I really liked that they had the Mystic and the Skeksis puppet do the shadow puppet show.
That's really cool, puppet Colleen Guzman.
It was puppet inception.
The puppets that do the puppets. Black and Silver Diamond says hi.
Hi, Black and Silver Diamond. Good to see you. Or hear you. I can't see with my googly eyes, but you know. So, did you know that there are evil puppets?
Evil puppets? What?
Yes. I'm sure you've seen the movie with the evil puppets. Puppet Master. It's frightening. Just frightening. Have you seen it?
Puppet Masters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just scary. Just horrible. Can you imagine? Evil puppets?
I imagine them every night. Especially after we made these.
These puppets are adorable. Who are you kidding?
I think Black and Silver Diamond is freaking out.
Freaking out!
Freaking out!
Really, if you think about puppets, I mean, I like that you said Kermit, but I think even go further back when you think about Sesame Street. I mean, those puppets have made such an impact over generations and generations and generations of children and have helped children. And they've kind of become a cultural pop icon as well. Like, I know a lot of adults that have Sesame Street gear, memorabilia, things of that nature.
You could even go back to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh.
Back even further to Howdy Doody.
Oh, yeah, yes. Howdy Doody.
I didn't even think about Howdy Doody. Yeah, so there have been puppets for a very long time, telling stories, being big parts in movies. I like that The Dark Crystal is all puppet all the time, so that the puppets are just telling a story.
Subscribe now, early 1995. All puppets all the time.
You know what? I like puppets. I like being a puppet.
Geek Out is say all puppets.
Geek Out
every Friday.
Geek Out puppets.
I don't think so.
This was a one-time only
This is a one-time only deal.
And my arm's getting really tired too.
And Black and Silver Diamond says, "Remember Team America?"
No!
I remember Team America, Black and Silver Diamond.
No! We don't talk about Team America. Let's talk about horrible CGI some more. Let's talk about the Hulk. Okay? Hulk was terrible, 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 horrible CGI. Terrible. They could have done a Hulk puppet.
You have to talk about which Hulk.
The one with Ed Norton.
The non-politically correct Hulk.
Oh, was he? I just thought he was horrible CGI. I just think CGI, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. I mean, if you have puppets, I mean, they're puppets. They're supposed to look like puppets.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about being in that imaginative world that's different.
And then you can hide puppets, like puppeteers, like you're hiding me right now.
Behind a green piece of fabric. But, like, seriously, no, my arm's getting tired.
Seriously, you still got 20 minutes. Keep going.
No, I want to do the regular show. Let me out. Let me out.
It's really hot under here.
Okay,
but
good. Can we do the regular show now, Vince? Are we ready?
Boss Squad just is laughing at us. You guys. How's it going, Chris?
Guys. Hey, you guys. I can put the puppet on my lap and then sit in my chair.
They should have brought Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine says they should have brought back Lou Ferrigno. He isn't big enough.
Well, speaking of bringing people back, they're really trying to bring people back actually with CGI, which is super terrible as well. In the new Tron movie, what's his name? The dude who was in the original.
Flynn.
Not Michael Douglas. What's the actor's name?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. They did a CGI of Jeff Bridges, and it was awful.
It was pretty bad. The thing about CGI is they don't have the smooth movement down yet. Like in Halle Berry's Catwoman, that was like not great CGI. That jumping around that she was doing, you can obviously tell it was CGI.
Talking about CGI and Cats. Oh, Cats, the movie.
Cats, the movie. With
CGI tails and stuff.
Well, yeah, and especially they try to do it a lot for fight scenes, and in fight scenes, it looks really funky. So, like
Boss
Blade 2...
says, continue as puppets, please.
Blade 2... Again, we come back to Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah, I remember the Hulk back in the day when we were younger and watched Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk.
Yeah, but that was no CGI.
That was all.
That was just all him painted green.
Yeah.
But you could do Hulk as a puppet, and then you would just make the set smaller. The only thing about puppets is the movements are kind of weird.
It'd be like Godzilla.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, that when we watch The Dark Crystal and we see the Gelflings, when they're running, that's weird. That's a little strange. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Like that. They run like that.
Or they could just be like Elf, where they just hire a person to run around in an elf suit when they have to do it running, and the rest of the time he's a puppet.
Yeah, that would be good. I would be okay with that. I mean, speaking of bad CGI, I guess we've got to touch on some of the Star Wars bad CGI. Aside from Yoda, I mean, who's the worst character in the Star Wars universe?
I don't think Yoda was a horrible CGI.
It was just so fakey. Fakey.
About as fakey as you talking, Vincent, because you're not moving your mouth, you're just jiggling your
Well, I'm not a great puppeteer.
Okay, but my hand is falling asleep.
Here.
Wait, my puppet went away for just a minute because, like, literally my hand is falling asleep.
Come back, Puppet Colleen. Come back.
You're not swapping hands, are you?
Donna. I'm back.
Swap hands.
I had to swap hands because my arm was hurting so much.
Vincent, you can't swap hands.
Vincent is under the green sheet of death. I can't take this show seriously, and I want to because this is a good topic. But I thought I was being funny and creative and cute, and this is not
cute. Chef Johnny says, this could be the best Geek Out essay yet.
Stop encouraging us. It's terrible.
So what are some of the different CGIs that y'all think could be have done better as puppets? Interwebs.
I was trying to think of some others. There are some in some really like cult classic geeky movies that people really like Escape from LA. That whole like underwater submarine thing, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that looked really fake. And it was a time where they had better CGI. They just didn't pay for it, I guess.
Well, and I'm sure, I guess we can't really knock too much of the CGI like from the 90s and from the early 2000s because they were just still kind of working on that technology. So I guess we'll give them a little credit for those years. But really, the Justice League, that one kind of chapped my hide. Like, they should have been able to do better than that. And because we saw in the director's cut, they did improve it and they did do better than that.
Yeah. So we have a question. So Black and Silver Diamond asks, what can Puppet Colleen do that normal Colleen can't?
I can Google my eyes like this.
I bet Colleen doesn't have any stamina either.
I don't have any arms, so I don't know how to talk because I can't move my hands. I can like flip my hair.
You know, that's a good thing because remember we had camera problems with your hand flipping, so maybe you should stay as a puppet.
Oh, maybe I should just be, you know, a puppet forever.
So Steve Cuneo says, let's get back to Jurassic Park where they use animatronics instead of CGI. That was amazing. Yeah, and they did a lot of that.
I don't know. Did you see the Jurassic Park short just recently? You didn't see the Jurassic Park short.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my god.
Was it CG or?
It was CG and it was very good.
So some CG can be good.
I mean, Avatar was great.
Avatar was great, but they put a lot of money into that.
Right. So is that what you're saying? Is money is the key?
If you've got to have the money.
Well, yeah, because when we go back to Dark Crystal, and if we think about Dark Crystal, this was something that they took many, many years to develop, to do. There was a lot of money behind it. So it is successful and good because of all of those things.
Right.
And they got some pretty high name people to be, or people that people recognize to be voice actors. And so I think sometimes that's the key too with puppets is the voice.
Puppets. Well, like we have Simon Pegg in the Dark Crystal series.
Yeah, well, even Mark Hamill is in the Dark Crystal.
And even Mark Hamill is in there. Which is really cool.
Yeah. So I think.
I am friend, Gofly. Friend.
I am friend. So yeah, I mean, I think that makes a difference, and I think having
Black and Silver Diamond says no special effects can surpass these sock puppets. So we're
puppets
trying.
for the win.
Yeah, we did. We pulled the expense of the budget out. We blew the show's budget completely out.
On these sock puppets.
Considering we make no money.
But we make no money, so we spent what, $1.50 on the tube socks.
Yeah, and some googly eyes.
And googly eyes.
Yarn.
And yarn.
And this I stole from a Build-A-Bear. He's currently unconscious in the corner over there, but it'll be fine.
Poor Build-A-Bear.
Shh, nobody needs to know. Oh wait, I think I just said it on air. Oh well.
So we've actually had an idea before to do puppets, but it was for something else. And it wasn't going to be sock puppets. It was going to be like finger puppets.
Yeah, because I have some Pokemon puppets that are real cute. And I wanted to use the Pokemon puppets. But I thought this was way funnier. But
I do think this is way cooler.
Maybe I'm not as funny as I think I am.
Oh no, you're funny.
Let's have puppet us's try disgusting food, and then we don't have to try the actual disgusting food.
You can do the Cookie Monster thing and just shove it in the side.
Just shove it in. Oh yeah, there's a commercial that just came out recently, like an Allstate or something, right? That has like Cookie Monster and Super Grover.
Oh yes. It's a State Farm one.
Yeah, State Farm. Yeah. State Farm. I love Super Grover. I love. What was that other thing? Ponder.
What other thing?
Ponder. I could have sworn there was something that we saw that it's like they start out in their people, and then something happens and they go into another dimension or something, or something happens and then they're puppets.
Like.
It's like in my head and I can't get it out. I can't think of what it is.
Wasn't it, what's his, Douglas Adams?
Yes. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Guide to the Galaxy, yeah.
Yes, I love that. I love seeing, like, I think puppets are super cute. I don't know.
Because of the improbability drive.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Very good, Vince. I knew you would know what it was. I was like, I knew what it was, but I didn't know what it was. I know, that doesn't make any sense.
So Black and Silver Diamonds, I'm so sorry, more focused on the puppets than the actual subject.
That's all right. We'll forgive you this time.
We're trying.
I mean, I grew up with the Muppets, so I really enjoyed the Muppets because it was almost like a Saturday Night Live.
What about Fraggle Rock?
Oh, yeah.
With Gobo.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Fraggle Rock.
Down in Fraggle Rock. Yes, I love Fraggle Rock. Oh, I know what else. What about the Mogwai?
Oh, Gremlins.
Gizmo Kaka. Yeah, the Gremlins. The Gremlins is a super awesome one. They even put a puppet in a blender in that one.
Ooh.
Well, he's bad, so it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And
so what do puppets eat?
What do puppets eat?
Well, Cookie Monster eats cookies, or when they made him a vegetable monster, he ate vegetables.
You're so goofy. I thought it was like a joke. I was like, what's the punchline? What do puppets eat?
What do puppets eat?
Puppet chow. I don't know. You're a silly.
Cotton.
There were puppets in Labyrinth, too. Were there puppets in Neverending Story?
Yeah, well, the Luck Dragon was a puppet.
I thought so. Yeah, I think people would be surprised
by what has actually been puppets.
How many things have actually been puppets, especially in like geeky style movies, fantasy style. You know, when you're trying to make something a monster or
a monster,
a fairy, monster. Then I think using puppets is a good idea. So
yes, Steve said, anyone ever watch Thunderbirds, the TV show? Yes, I did watch the Thunderbirds.
Oh yeah, that was puppets too.
Made with the marionettes, just like.
Shh, don't you say it. We don't.
Team America.
No, we don't say that here. Shh. I don't like it.
America.
Heck yeah. Look what you've done to me. Unbelievable.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting
Turtle
tired.
too.
I'm getting tired.
What turtle?
Turtle. Ninja Turtles.
The Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
The heads and that were actually done by Jim Henson.
Yeah. Yes.
When that's another thing is like when you have like huge headpieces that for like monsters and stuff, there needs to be puppeteers to control the movement of the face and the eyes and stuff, because they're not necessarily the mouth or the eyes of the actual person that's in there.
And that was one of the things that they were saying for the Dark Crystal, was that they had been able to use electronics to create, like they used old video game parts, they said, and then they created something that the puppeteers could wear to control the eyes and the facial features with the electronics, but then they were able to use their hands to control like the arm movements and the hands of the puppets. Well, so they were able to control more things at once.
If you look at the when they remade episode 4, when they put in all the new stuff, originally Jabba was just a person.
Oh yes.
He wasn't the monster that he was today, but later on they made him a puppet.
But wasn't his pet a puppet?
But so was Jabba. Jabba was a puppet because they had to like move his mouth and eyes, and they also had to move his tail.
Yeah.
But yeah, his little sidekick was also a puppet.
Yeah. But then they tried to CGI him. That's right. You're right. They CGI'd him into the.
But it was a whole clip that was never aired.
Right.
That wasn't originally released with the movie.
But they definitely should have stuck to the puppet because it had, I don't know, I guess like a more realistic feeling if you want to.
I think the puppet was like way bigger.
Yeah.
And you could see that. And it seemed more real. It seemed like an actual like alien sluggish fat thing.
Yeah, and the way they did it where he like licks his tongue and all of those movements seemed very
real
realistic.
Disgusting.
And super gross, yeah. But with the CGI, it looks super fake. Like you know the puppet's not real.
Lamb Chop. You remember Lamb Chop?
Oh, I do remember Lamb Chop from when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do remember that. I don't know if they CGI kids shows. Like, what about Zaboomafoo? Wasn't that a puppet too? My kids used to watch that.
Zaboomafoo is a food.
Zaboomafoo.
He was a lemur.
Yeah, he was a lemur. And like that's one of the things that they CGI the worst is animals. Like in Jumanji, the monkeys.
Oh, the monkeys are horrible. They look super duper fake.
So fake. And when Lara Croft punches a shark in Tomb Raider, lame. And it looks lame. A lot of shark CGI is the worst. I wonder Jaws was animatronic though, right? You know, I've never seen Jaws. Just so everybody
Jaws
knows.
is real bad, but still there was puppetry in there. I mean, he had to be controlled.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
it's
that
not
was
a typical.
Better.
It was all metal and stuff, but it wasn't a typical. Now
it wasn't like CG.
It wasn't CG, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like it would be today.
Well, I guess so. I guess we've made our decision now, haven't we?
About?
That puppets are better than CGI. Duh.
I think puppets are great, but I think there's still.
No.
I think there's.
No. Commit. You pick a side.
Right now, I think puppets can do more than CGI.
And the puppets go wild.
Yay!
Thanks, Vince.
But I don't know how long that's going to last.
Forever.
I think CGI is getting better and easier to do.
Yeah, but puppets are getting better too. We just talked about that.
But they are getting better.
I mean, except for Happy Time Murders. They're getting better. You know.
Pop Culture Geekery says, LOL, just got here. Hilarious, y'all. It's hilarious.
No, I'm glad that people think it's funny. We're trying to keep it fresh, people.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it fresh. Trying to do something new. New. I don't even know what that is. I still need to watch those videos that you were telling me about. But it's in my head. It was in my head all day long.
We'll save the turtles and we'll wear some puka shell necklaces. Can I do you have a metal straw? Because we need to save the turtles.
I can't use plastic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I derailed. That's been in my head all day, too. Stupid middle schoolers. All right. My hand is falling asleep.
So Noah Villanueva says, this is so awesome. Well, thank you, Noah.
Noah, stop watching my show right away. You can't do that. You're too old. You don't know what you're doing.
Don't worry.
I'm a puppet.
Don't worry, everybody. We'll get better at it next week.
I'm one day old.
No. We will not be doing this next week. I can't feel my fingers.
Yeah. Listen who said, I'll just sit on the floor. It'll be fine.
You be quiet over there. Stop telling me how to be a puppeteer. So maybe puppeteering is not my best feature.
Maybe we should have practiced a little bit puppet Colleen.
I did practice.
You didn't practice.
I did. I practiced last night. But my lips are weird. Look.
We need to fix our puppets.
Yeah. Your puppet is awesome. You're eating your goatee. It's lovely. All right. It's time to be done. Say goodbye, Vince.
No, never!
Say goodbye, Vince.
So, yeah, so actually, real Vince will be at Big Texas Comic Con tomorrow. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But not real Colleen, because she's got a lot of work to do here for
take
school.
Puppet Colleen.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'd take Puppet Colleen and y'all can meet Puppet Colleen.
I'll go.
And I'll take Puppet Vince too.
Woo!
Just don't go to the puppet show around the back of the con.
Don't listen to the man behind.
So do y'all make out with the socks?
Ew.
Not yet.
No.
Yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Wrap it up, Puppet Vince.
So, guys, thanks for watching us. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe to us and click on that notification bell so you'll know when we go live every Friday or we release something new. But thanks for checking us out. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen, and that's Stuart over there with all the snide comments.
Geek out, SA. Bye.